Hey my frugal friends, wagwan, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Frugality is Life. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm pre-recording this video on Saturday and hopefully you will see it this week. So I hope you guys are well. There's been a lot going on. One, I wasn't feeling well last week, but it was like a quick flu. I have no idea what it was, but I recovered quickly, which was good. Thank God. But now I'm feeling way better. In Canada, there has been a lot of wildfires, and I know that a lot of it is also blowing, the air quality and everything is also blowing into some areas in the US. It has been really bad. The air quality has been really, really horrible. But a lot of people have lost their homes. And, my heart goes out to them as well. Like, we can complain about the air quality. Of course, it's horrible for us. But those who are really, really affected, those people who have lost their homes and everything and lives. So heart goes out to them. And I just hope they get it under control. It has been really bad. But I think today that I'm recording this is Saturday, July 18th. And so outside is looking much better, and the air smells a lot better. So I think it's improving. So I hope it just continue to improve that way. So if you are affected wherever you are, just please stay safe, stay inside if you can as much as possible, so you're not breathing in the air, as the air quality is not good for any of us. All right, so that's that. I think that's it. All right, guys, so this video is about travel. I am finally going to talk to you guys about like my plans that I've been working on for travel, and just show you a couple stuff. So you guys, if you've been here like last year, you would have seen this Clever Fox travel planner. I absolutely have grown to love this planner so much. This was actually given to me by Clever Fox. They sent it to me, I think last year sometime, but I have a link in my description section where you get a discount. I'm not sure if it's still working after a year, but you guys can check it out. But I can absolutely vouch for this planner. I used this planner last year, and I think going forward, I'm going to ensure that even when I'm done with this planner, that I purchase another one. And that's because I find it really helpful. So this was how I used it last year. So you have this page, like you have some pages before that talks about things like safety tips, pre-trip checklist, which are the gadgets, toiletries, basics, clothing, documents, things that you should know to help prepare you for a trip. I love that so much. And it gives you a little bit of like different language and translations. Love that. Different symbols, absolutely valuable. Things like that. Temperature, time, to be aware of those things, of like where you're traveling to. Then it gives you like your travel bucket list. I haven't filled this out yet. And then plan your next trip and where you're going. So I love it so much. I use this so when we traveled to Kenya last year, and I did color in Kenya right there. Absolutely, this came in so handy. I went through this with you guys. I showed you, like, I use the calendar. So there's a blank calendar here where you can add the month that you're going on your trip. If you're going for a month or less, it will be valuable. So you add in like when your flight is, where you're going to be on that date, things like that. Really is helpful. And then like any places you want to visit, things you want to do, food you want to try, there's a section for all of that. And then there's a section for your budget, and this was like my budget to Kenya and how we did based on the budget. I think we came out like $500 on the budget or something like that. And then we have like your packing list, category, different things that you want to pack for, your checklist, like what you're going to do a month before your trip, a week before your trip, days before your trip. Love that. And then you have like a section about the transportation, so you can put here like your flights, your train bookings, things like that. And then you can put your accommodations on the other side, your hotels, your Airbnb. Love that. So as you can see, I did use this. I didn't put in anything about the travel journal piece of it, but then I went to one section and I used it for like my expenses. So this was like thoroughly logging all my expenses on this trip, and I logged every single day from I left Canada to when I got back to Canada. I logged every single thing and color coded it when I got back in order to add up, you know, what we spent, etc. So I absolutely love this planner, and it's gonna be a staple in my travel regimen. I'm telling you guys. So I use it for this, and I'm using it for my trip that's coming up because I've already started using it. This is the whole how many pages with my trip. Not gonna go through that right now. I'll go through that when I'm back from my trip. I'm gonna show you guys how I use it, but this has been really, really essential in me planning out my trip using this this travel journal. And back here I like to print out confirmations and stuff like that. As much as I have it saved to my phone, I still like to print those out. So these are some that I've been printing, but I have some more to print that's already done because I've already booked all the transportation, already booked all the accommodation, and what I'm working on, as you see this today, are the sightseeing like things that we want to do. So those are not booked yet, but those will be booked this week. All right, so that's it. So let's go through something here. So I have $150 here. I was going to use this $150 because if you've been here and you are accustomed to my travel videos, you know that for travel I have been using a couple saving challenges. So there's my saving challenge that we're saving for Africa. Here we want to go take a trip back to Africa. So I've been using this where I've been saving $100 each time, and that's this here, right? So I have stuff up to number 10, and I've been putting like $100 each time because there's 54 countries, and I said, hey, if I save $100 per country, I can get to 5,400, which would be, you know, a good amount, maybe half the amount for the trip. So I have been stuffing that, and I usually allocate $150 like once a month to go into this binder. Is it enough? No. And that's something that I gotta change come next year. I gotta save more for travel, but because I also save like a long-term saving and different savings, I can always like, you know, move money around, but I want to save a little bit more out of my budget to travel. And then this one is the book Saving Around the World from Teach Save Travel that saves 2,000 plus. I've been also using this, but I've been using this for now a couple years and I have not finished it yet. So that's why I say I need to double up on my savings for travel. This has, I believe, $400. So I may take this out for this trip to buy things to prepare for the trip. I don't think I need a ton of things, but there are a few things that I need to grab. Now, I have an Amazon storefront, and I always forget to tell you guys this, but I do have an Amazon storefront, and I have a list of travel essentials that I've created that you guys can access. I'm gonna see if I can insert a video or something where you can see. I think there are so many good ideas that I've put on there, and I'm always looking for good ideas because there are so many things that can make your travel a little bit better, and who doesn't want all those things, right? So check out my travel essentials if you're planning on going on a trip sometime, you know, or for your next trip. Check it out and see if there's anything that you didn't think of that could be helpful. And you can purchase that off Amazon. So when you click my link and you purchase something on Amazon, I think I get some sort of commission or something. I don't know, I have not checked to see how that works, but I have been creating a couple kind of like product lists. So the travel one I think is really essential because I've used a lot of things on that list. Like a lot of things on that list are my staples. I don't go on a trip without them. And so there are a few things I need to get for this trip that I have not yet. So some of those things are like wish list items that I'm going to be purchasing. And so I want to save a little bit extra for those things to grab those before I go, like for my trip. So I want to, instead of stuffing these saving challenges here, this is the other one that I've been working on, which is my adventure journal saving challenge. This is a digital on my Etsy shop that I've been working on. And I think this one has This one has $500 in here. So between the two here, I have $900, which is a nice amount of cash. If I do need to tap into this money, I will. But we will see, right? But for right now, I am not going to stuff these with my 150. I'm going to stuff something else because I want to be able to use this cash that I'm saving to purchase those little things on Amazon, because I know they're necessary, right? So check out my travel essentials list on Amazon if you are in the market, if you're going on a trip and you need some stuff, you need some ideas, check it out. All right, so we have $150 here. Let's count it up. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 20, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 150 is here. I'm going to just mix this up a little bit. Mix this up a little bit. And then you may be saying, so Fiona, where are you going to put this cash? What saving challenge? Hang on, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, ladies. The money's all over the place. I'm going to show you what I'm going to put this in because I want to use a saving challenge that I can unstuff before my trip to get these essential things. So hang on there. Okay, I think I have mixed this up. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, so here is what we're going to put this in. So I created some saving challenges that you can access. These are on my Etsy shop. It's 6 saving challenges that I created specifically for this trip. So here they are. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these 6 saving challenges I created, they're on Etsy. You can grab them and you can use them towards your savings as well. Now, there's a reason I created these 6 because these are my destinations. These are the places my husband and I will be traveling to. Okay, so here they are. So I'm gonna do 1. We'll be going to Greece. So we will be traveling to Greece, a couple places in Greece. I wanted to do 6 saving challenges, so I just left it as this. So we'll be traveling to a couple places in Greece. We'll be traveling to Paris. We'll be traveling to Rome. And you may be saying, girl, that's already 3 destinations. Yes. We'll be traveling to Brussels. We'll be traveling to Amsterdam. And we'll be traveling to London. So these are our destinations for our trip. And you may be saying, that's a lot. Yes, it is, because your girl cannot plan a vacation without making it a little bit complicated. I'm joking. This will be our first trip, well, my first trip to Europe. My husband lived in the UK previously, but this is going to be my first trip to Europe. And I said, since I'm already there, right? I mean, since you're already there, I might as well do a tour, right? So we are going to be visiting some of these. Well, we're going to be visiting these 6 places, and then we will, so these cities for sure. And then in Greece, we're going to visit Athens and a couple islands, like day trips, right? We're not going to actually go stay on the islands. We're just going to do day trips because literally it's going to take maybe 3 weeks. That's it. So it's going to be a lot of 3 days here, 3 days there, but we're going to make you do what you do. Okay. So this is where we will be going. I know I promised you guys that I was going to let you know. So if you are interested, these are on Etsy. When you grab these, I was playing around with AI. I don't really use AI to create my saving challenges, but I wanted to try to use that. I wanted to use it to create something to give some cards. So I use it for this. So when you purchase this, this is a bundle on Etsy. So when you purchase this bundle to help with your travel savings, I will send you a sheet with these cards. Now I use AI, so you probably have to work around a little bit of the formatting. I did just print these, just select that I want to print it on a letter size paper, and then it came out and I just cut them down to the size I wanted it. So they may not all be the same exact size. You may have to trim it a little bit when you get them, but it will come out beautifully. And then my ink was dying, so all these colors are more vibrant and more colorful. Same are these. So this matches this. So this has Amsterdam, Amsterdam, and I laminated them. So this has Amsterdam, this is Rome, that's a Colosseum, right? And then this is Athens, this is the Acropolis, right? And then this has London, this has Brussels, this has Paris. So there you go, right? So so these are freebies. I will send you a sheet so once you purchase this bundle, I will send you this as a freebie, a link to my Google Drive so you can print this. So as I said, these you probably have to play around like how you print it, but literally I just printed it to my letter size paper, and then however it came out, I just trimmed them down to this, so should be fine, right? All right, so again, once you purchase this, these are freebies, so these don't automatically come in the same bundle. I will send you a link where you can access these. Aren't these so cute? This is Grand Place in Brussels. So pretty. Look at that. So pretty, guys. This is Amsterdam. I'm looking forward to this trip so much. I feel like it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be tiring, but it's gonna be just so fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use these as cards, and I'm gonna use it as extra saving. So you can see I added like some numbers on these, extra saving. So I cut this right in the middle. Where is it? I cut this one right in the middle here, I think. Yeah, so this was like this. So it says Europe, time to explore, and I just got this in the middle because who cares, right? All right, let's go. Let's do some savings. So let me know if you've been to any of these destinations. Let me know what you did. Let me know below what you enjoyed, whether it's food, whether it's attraction, whether it's, you know, some style of sightseeing. I have a few things that I know I want to do. I already have a list and I'm about to book them this week. But let me know below what you did. If you traveled to any of these destinations, what you did, the things you enjoyed. Tell me 2 things you enjoyed. 2 things. Let me know below where you went, what you did, and if it was food, let me know the food. Let me know where you went. Let me know for sure. Like there's certain things that, you know, are staple when you go to these places. You know, you want to do a lot of museums because Europe has tons of museums, right? So you want to do a lot of museums, especially in Paris and Rome, and like there's so many great museums for you to see. You know, I'm not gonna think to climb the Eiffel Tower. I think seeing it from the ground is great. The Arc de Triomphe, like Notre Dame, like the Louvre. There's so many things to see, so many places to go. For Rome, you have the Colosseum, you have like there's just the Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon. Like there's so many things to see. If you go to Athens, you have to see the Acropolis. Even if you don't do the tour, just, you know, seeing it. I mean, it's in the center of everything. Brussels, you have to go to Grand Place. You know, these are certain things that, you know, makes the city the city. Of course, this is our tourist things, but we're tourists, right? I'm a tourist. I want to see the tourist things. Right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. London, you know, you have to go see the London Eye, you have to see Big Ben, you have to see Buckingham Palace, Westminster Abbey. Like there's so much to see. I'm looking forward to this trip so much. All right, let's go, guys. So what I think I am going to do, I'm going to use my 3-sided dice, and we're going to see how much we should put on each bill, and then we are going to use these for extra savings. Let's go. So this is getting 3. Wow, Greece, they're already taking all the money. Yeah. So absolutely looking forward to this. This is definitely a pricier trip because of all the destination, but also because of all the fuel costs, guys. Like, ridiculous. The fuel cost makes everything so ridiculous. So, and the other thing is, like, our Canadian dollar is so weak, right? It's weak compared to the pound, and it's so weak compared to the euro. So yeah, everything costs a lot. So this trip is gonna definitely cost a pretty penny. But guess what? You know what? We work so hard. We need to do the things we love and enjoy. And I absolutely enjoy traveling. So this is something that I want to do for sure. Okay, so let's put these up. and let's get saving. All right, so this one got quite a pretty penny. All right, so I have 10, 20, 30, 45. So Greece got $45. So I'm just gonna go in here. So these also have 6 numbers. So you can say you're gonna use the 6 numbers on here. So yeah, so let's take out Athens. So if I use the 6 numbers, it's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $40, right? And we have 10, 20, 30, 45. So we can actually finish this one if we want, and then do this one. But let's do, what should we do? Let me know. What do you think? Should I use, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save. Let me get my marker. Let me get a marker. I'm going to do 15 on here, right? So 15 on this card, right? And then I have 30. So I'm going to say 10, 20, 30. How about that? So let's use, so should we use, no, let's use it. So this is 10, 20, and 30. Amazing. Amazing, guys. So that is done. So you are deciding entirely how much you save on these, and then these are like bonus cards if you want to, or you can use these numbers to save on here. There are 6 icons, just like this. There are 6 icons here. Love that. So, oh, hold on. Let me put this in my binder. So I have this beautiful plum motor. Stunning. I love it so much. I haven't decorated it or anything. Just put this dashboard in. So I'm just going to add these, and I have these envelopes. So what I will do, I think I'm gonna do this. Put the cash in one section and put the saving challenges in the back here. All right, there we go. Maybe I should turn this around. So don't forget to give me some of the things that you loved and enjoy if you ever visited these destinations. All right, next thing. The next one is, oops. Next one is Rome. So let's find Rome here. So this is Rome, which is a beautiful picture of the Colosseum. All right, so we have 10, 25. So what we are going to do, I'm going to take off the 10 here. Let's do that. And then, so 10, so we have 15. Oh, so you know what? Let me just take out the 15 because I want to make these 10s so I can maximize my savings. So we'll take 15 here. And we're going to do Colosseum, 10 and 10. Okay, so there we go. So I will save $60 for this one and then this extra. I think that will be good to, oh no, guys, we only have $10. Oh. So let me find something to wipe this off. I was being ambitious. There we go. Okay. So I think, yeah, so I think that would be good to buy these things that I need to buy. All right, so $10 and he's got 15. And so we can put this back in our binder. So this will be what I focus on in order to save a little to buy some of those things that I need for the trip. Amazing. So I know definitely having good walking shoes is going to be a game changer for this trip. So my husband already bought me some sneakers. I think it's the Unclothes. I think there's some Unclothes. They're the Unclothes sneakers that are supposed to be really great for walking. He was choosing between the Unclothes and the Hokas. Yeah, but I went with the Unclothes because the Hokas, are a bit high, but I understand the comfort, you know. But, okay, where is Paris? So I'm going to use a Paris card here. So cute, guys. And so we have 5, 10, 15, 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, should I do 10 and 10? I think so. Let's do 10 and 10. All right, so 10 here. And then we were going to do 10 for the Eiffel Tower. Amazing. Okay, so that's 20. So let's put this back. So whenever I get a little bit extra, your girl is going to come right in here to try to put the cash in, because we're going to need this money to prep, right, for our little things that we need to get. All right, so here, let's go for the next one. Okay, next one here is Brussels. So 10, 20, 30. And I'm looking forward to enjoying some of the stuff. I realized that Brussels, they have so this here is called the mannequin piece, and they dress it up all sort of fun ways. I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's different. Okay, so let's go here. And so this is Brussels. Absolutely, isn't this pretty? Like Grand Place, they light this part of the city up, like the buildings light up at night. So stunning. Okay, looking forward to that. All right, so let's see. So now we have 10, 20, 30. So, and when I was planning this trip, well, since I've been planning this trip, I said to my husband, like, I see why like people pay, like, this is a job, like this is someone's job. You know, especially when you have so many destinations and so many things you want to find out about the place you're going, and you know what to look out for, things, safety tips and different things like that. Like, I can absolutely see why this is someone's job. It's a lot of work. Like, you know, you've never been to this place before, you want to find out, you know, a lot about the place, as much as you can about the place, you know, safety tips, where you should go, places to avoid, you know, different things to look out for, you know, how, you know, and you know, with Europe, it seems like it's a lot of train, like places are easily accessible by train, and so it's like you got to figure out how that works and things like that. So it's like, I definitely understand why this is someone's job. But I had so much, like, it was a mixture of stress but happiness planning this trip. I can't explain it, but you know, it got me to understand and to get to know these places a little bit whilst planning, which I absolutely love. That's a part of traveling, right? That is a part of traveling and seeing a new place. You want to learn a little bit about the place. And so with me planning the trip, I got to learn what I could off the internet about these places before we go. So absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we're gonna put, so this got $30, and I'm gonna put this in here. Love that. And then, you know, sometimes you save for the bigger pieces of travel, but you forget the smaller things. Like, hey, I may need a new suitcase, and you may need, like, you know, a little pharmacy to take with me, because I literally take a little pharmacy in a bag. Like, I take, you know, my motion sickness pills. Like, I don't really get motion sickness, but you never know, so I always travel with that. I take, like, you know, diarrhea medication, I take headache medication, I take, you know, like pain relievers, I take those, I take you know, vitamin C tablets, different things like that. Like, Band-Aid, like, I have a little first aid kit, things like that. So you never really think sometimes about these little things, and these are things that are essential. You never know that you need them until you need them, so it's good to kind of plan and have some cash to buy these things. So 5, 10, 15. So this got 15. This is London. Absolutely love this picture, and all these pictures will be more vibrant for you because my printer, the ink was going. So this is $15. So we are gonna do 5 on here, and then we're gonna do 10 on this one. There we go. So 15. So it's good to also save a little bit for the prep, you know. I'm gonna put braids in, you know. I'm gonna put braids in, so I need that cash and things like that. You know, you never think about saving the cash for those things. You think about more like the flight and the transportation and those other things, but the little things to prep for your trip, you know, the little maintenance things you have to do, you know, your waxes, your this, your that, like, you gotta save for those too, right? But sometimes we forget about those and we're thinking about like personal care stuff. We forget sometimes, but it is what it is. We have to save for those other things too. Getting your nails done, you know, whatever. If you do your eyelashes, if you do your, like, you gotta do those things, you know. If those are things you do when you're prepping for a trip, those are definitely things I do to prepare for a trip. So I should be saving for those. But sometimes you forget and you just save for like the hotel and the flight and, you know, those things. 1, 2, 3. This got 15. So we're gonna do 5. And this is Amsterdam. Beautiful Amsterdam 5. And then this is 10. Okay. All right. So that is 15. And I'm gonna put, I love the little cards so much. I absolutely love them. So we are gonna put $15 in here. This one is actually, I want to turn this the other way. I have a little bonus envelope because I was thinking to put the little cards into ones itself, but don't need to do that, I guess. So here we go. So cute. So I think I can take this one out actually. We don't need this extra one. So there we go. All done, all done. We've saved in our travel savings, and I can't wait for the next time to save again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know below. Remember to give me some tips and tips about your trips that you have taken to these places if you have, and let me know if you have like a list of travel essentials that you make for yourself, as well, like things that you think are essential that is not something that you think about right away or people think about right away but is essential for you. Definitely check out my Amazon travel essentials. There's so many goodies on there. As I said, I am saving this money to go pick up a couple of things that I didn't have before. I think for this trip I want to get what don't I have I need? I'll let you guys know on the screen. There's something I need to pick up here for my bag so I can track them. The air tags. I'm gonna pick those up because I think those would be a great thing to have. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, budgeting, stay frugal, and walk good.